a watch. So we are already on day number 10 of our arty, crafty, maybe cakey, bakey, creative advent calendar. So far, we've had crocheted Christmas trees as high as the eye can see, potato-based snowmen, chocolate Yule logs, a pine cone reindeer, to name but a few, and a partridge in a pear tree, possibly. So who could possibly be behind door number 10? Let's have a look. Well, it's our friend, our good friend, art doctor, Alison McIntyre. Let's get Alison on. Hello!
Hello, hi. I don't think I've ever been part of an advent calendar before. How lovely.
Oh, well, you look so nice sat there behind your little door. For people who've never heard you on this bit before, when we normally do Up for Arts Thursday, tell us a little bit about the Art Doctors and what it is that you do.
Okay, I will do that. So we dress in white coats with paint splattered on them, with stethoscopes, and we basically give prescriptions out for creative activity or art to go and see, and we kind of start conversations with people about arts and creativity and mental health and well-being, and it's just, it's a really fun easy way to get involved in stuff like that.
It's a lot of fun, and this year has been a little bit different for you. Have you been doing more stuff on video?
We have, yeah. So usually what we used to do was a lot of sort of live events and talking to people face to face. And obviously from March we couldn't do that. So we actually got together. There's two of us who do most of the work, although there are a lot of other scattered art doctors around. And we just wanted to get together for our own mental health and well-being, really, and just sort of see each other once a week and do something fun. So we've made 15 in total lockdown videos, which you can see through our website or social media on YouTube, which are just like things you can have a go at home, really, creative activity that might help during lockdown and things.
Well, yeah, perfect. Sounds absolutely lovely. And today we're going to create something. Yes. So I've done some preparation. So you tell me what you think I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a bit of a new one. We haven't got a video for this or anything. So a bit of a new idea, and actually it has a very kind of solid art background as well. So it comes from the Dadaist movement. I know, yes. And so it's the idea of cutting up text and rearranging it randomly so that you create a new piece of artwork or a new piece of writing. And it's been used by all sorts of people. So originally it was Tristan Tzara, who was an artist who was one of the founders of the Dada movement, which kind of came about in the 1920s after the First World War. And it's very kind of satirical and absurd and spontaneous. And it was sort of a response to all the insanity of the First World War, really. And people going, what's this all about? About art needing to do more than just represent life. It was like, well, if life is absurd, then maybe art is absurd as well. And then it was also used by William Burroughs, who's the writer.
Naked Lunch.
That's the one. Yeah.
Hey, check me out.
Knowing yourself.
Pulled that from nowhere.
But so it seems like a really sort of like basic, has been used by a lot of sort of serious artists as a way of, and David Bowie as well apparently used it in his songwriting. So
brilliant, lovely. Well,
there you go. So I think that you've got a bag full of words. Have you?
Well, I've got a jar. That's as much as I could do. I've cut up all the bits and pieces to Rudolph the Red-Nose Reindeer. So,
that's right. So it has, we're doing it in a Christmassy way, of course, because we're part of an advent calendar. So that all the words of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer are in there. Yeah. And then what you're going to do is take them out one by one. Not looking at them first, so randomly.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
And you don't have to use all the words. So the kind of the creativity bit of this for you is that you can take out words and you're going to make decisions. You can read them out as they come out and put them down in front of you on the table. Okay. And as they come out, you get to choose like when each line finishes and when you finish the whole thing.
This just going to be nonsense, though, isn't it, Alison?
Well, probably. But what we might find is that some new meanings come out of it. There might be something funny that comes out. There might be something poignant or interesting. So just sort of do it and see how it goes. And we'll talk through it.
All right. Well, I've pulled out a few bits already, so I'll tell you the sentence I have so far is you know Yule, shiny nose, and Cupid Christmas Eve.
Okay, is that your first line then?
Yeah. Shall I keep going?
Keep going.
I'll pull a few more.
Just sort of do it quite slowly. So each word at a time, and think. Right, have I finished a line now? I'll start the new one and see where the new one.
Okay, so the next words I've got are shouted out. All right, here we go. Right, I'm going to start again because I've got another one. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You know Yule, shiny nose, and Cupid Christmas Eve shouted out, red-nosed. Anything? We're getting anything there, Alison?
Yeah.
Any closer to anything?
Well, it's your sort of perception of it. So right, we'll. And that sounds like it feels a bit like the end. That's the end of a line. Yeah. So maybe we'll. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. And if you with glee, that's where I'm up to next.
And if you with
glee, to laugh, reindeer. Then one. Hold on. So bright. Oh, there's something in this.
Yeah.
Rudolph. I've got Rudolph there. You would. That feels like the end as well. So this is what we've got so far. This is what we've got so far, Alison.
See how you can read it that maybe sort of gives it a different meaning. So there might be different ways of reading it now that give it different meanings as well.
You know Yule, shiny nose, and Cupid Christmas Eve shouted out, red-nosed. And if you with glee to laugh, reindeer, then one so bright, Rudolph, you would. That sounds wrong on all sorts of levels. I'm going to start another sentence and see where we end up, Alison.
Yeah.
The first word out is names, and then it's glows, and then it's comet. Names, glows, comet.
Comet.
Reindeer come out again. Never. Red-nosed. Oh, that sounds sad, doesn't it, in some words?
That does sound a bit sad. That sounds a bit
never red-nosed. Yeah. So I mean, almost like, what about the other reindeers? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
they're never red-nosed.
No, the reindeers come out again. Reindeer other.
Yes. I think this might be the thing about doing it with a song like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is there's an awful lot of the same words.
Yeah, as they say it. Yeah.
Those sort of like, historical artists probably did it with sort of impenetrable texts or newspaper articles. They might not got quite so many reindeers.
I tell you what, I've nearly filled a page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some incidental music, which hopefully will not confuse me, although it might. But then I'm just going to read what I've got, and we'll probably leave it at that. Is that all right, Alison?
That sounds like a great idea.
Here we go.
The random element here is,
well, exactly. So it's utterly random. We're off.
It's utterly random.
So I've cut up all the words to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we've come up with something different. So. You know Yule, shiny nose, and Cupid's Christmas Eve shouted out, red-nosed. And if you with glee to laugh, reindeer, then one so bright, Rudolph, you would. Names, glows, comet, reindeer, never red-nosed. Reindeer, other as they say it, saw it, let paw the most.
I love it.
I mean, there's something there.
There was definitely the incidental music. It made it, and you read it like a poet.
Did
suddenly, you read that like a poet. When you read it before, you were kind of going, "I've got all these words, and I'm just going to read them."
Yeah, no, that's
and then you read it like a poet, and there was suddenly meaning in there.
You're right. I was feeling it.
Yeah,
and one foggy Christmas Eve. Come on, Santa came to say, Rudolph with your nose so bright. Oh, stop it, Alison. That's terrible. As ever, an absolute bonkers joy to talk to you. Thank you so much. If people want to find you, where can they find you and what should they do?
They can find us on the social media at @art_doctors. or our website is artdoctors.org.uk. Yeah, you can find all sorts of links and bits and pieces and things we've been up to on there.
Wonderful. You are an absolute joy. Alison McIntyre,
And
an
you.
art doctor. You take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, that was a lot of fun.